You know, I'm going to say this. Congrats to Jauan Jennings. Well deserved. Was I surprised about the contract? Honestly, I'm surprised that he got a bargain deal. So he wasn't asking too much. That's a positive sign. So the fact that we got him for the 2-year contract, that's good. We exceeded the expectation. So the Niners actually had the early offseason reports that they wanted to keep Jauan Jennings more than 1 year, which they did. So Jennings wasn't asking too much. So if anything else, he just wanted to get paid the right way, and we did it the right way. This guy does everything you need him to do. So if injuries happen, this guy can step in and play at a high level. This guy could be a legitimate number one receiver elsewhere. You know, for a bad team that needs a receiver like him, they can have him as a legitimate number one receiver. But instead, we retain him on a very cheap deal. So I love this move. And there's nothing wrong with it, you know? He's happy to be here. When you want to reward players, you want to reward those guys who want to be here. And Jauan Jennings defines that. You know, the fact that we took a chance with him in the 7th round speaks volume. He wanted to prove to the organization that you made the right decision by giving him a chance. All he wanted was a chance, and he capitalized. So, you know, that's just how you look at it. You got to reward your own players. So that doesn't affect Brandon Aiyuk's contract whatsoever. Because if that was the case, if Jennings was going to get a big contract, that would have been a different story. Because if he was going to get paid like Debo type contract, then yeah, that would pretty much be the end of Brandon Aiyuk. But no, we're talking like a bargain contract. His contract is only $10.5 million guaranteed. But he's got 15.4 extended, you know? So that's a win-win. So we're just talking about, you know, like the contracts, you know? Contracts are going to come. So all these receiver contracts, you know? These players value their own players, and you're going to have to pay whatever you have to pay to keep them. So there's different reasons why they paid them. Like some people may question and say, why did they pay Nico Collins? Why did Texas pay him so much money? It's because there's chemistry between him and CJ Stroud. And he had one breakout season. So maybe there's more to come. Maybe he's going to be that consistent elite receiver that they want. But why are they paying Devontae Smith? Because he's a very good, reliable target. Like, he's a consistent receiver. He could be a number one receiver elsewhere if he wanted to be. But Philadelphia knows his value, so they're going to do whatever they can to keep him. Why is Mike Evans getting so paid much at this point? Because he deserves it. He's the most reliable, consistent receiver for Tampa Bay ever since he came into the league. He hasn't gone into a season less than 1,000 yards. This guy deserves every damn penny. So I can't speak for everybody, but you know what? St. Brown deserves every damn contract because Detroit, they don't have no other choice. But the Niners, we can build around. And that's all that matters. So we still have enough to afford Brandon Aiyuk. Once training camp kicks in, or during training camp, Brandon Aiyuk is going to get a good contract. Whether it's a long-term contract or whatever, we're going to pay Brandon Aiyuk his contract. And the best part about this is we're keeping the receiving core foreseeable future to build around Brock Purdy the right way. So that's what matters. So you guys are panicking because, hey, you know what? We got to reward our players, man. If they want to be here, then keep them, bro. I'd rather keep somebody who wants to be here. I'd rather have somebody who wants to put their heart on the field. And Jauan Jennings defines that shit. He's a guy that does exactly what the coach tells him what to do. And he's going to do it at a high level. So Aiyuk is the same thing. Aiyuk's a dog. And he's going to get his contract. So that's not going to be too much to worry about. So you look at how the market is going. It's going to be going higher no matter what. But paying Brandon Aiyuk this offseason could definitely be a huge plus for us. So we'll know how the future goes with Debo going forward. But as of right now, we'll know pretty soon. You know, we got some receivers. We're pretty loaded. But we're taking care of some of our guys. So at the end of the day, just take a deep breath, relax. Things will take care of itself. On the meantime, we still got Brandon Ayuk. We still got damn good receivers. I mean, look at our roster at wide receivers. Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing. I mean, we can go on. I think this is probably the most loaded receiver we've ever had. I mean, that 6 wide receiver could actually be a playmaker too. So who knows? Ronnie Bell, Danny Gray, they got to bust their ass. Or who knows? If people are sleeping on Tariq Owens, who knows? Chris Conley, who knows? I'm pretty sure that 6 wide receiver is going to make an impact too. Even if it's special teams or a little bit limited playing time. I like our receiving core this year so far. I like that we're actually trying to add more to this offense, some speed and some different elements. So we should feel optimistic, you know. It's going to take care of itself at the end of the day. So that's all I got to say, man. Ayuk's going to get paid when it's all said and done.